All right, I think we're live. Welcome everyone to this interview. Today I have a friend of mine, someone I've just recently met, Fairoz, who's going to be talking about her story. She's actually in a health-oriented network marketing business, and so for a lot of you I know that are coming that are from my list, my audience, you'll be able to relate to her in terms of she's definitely building her own network marketing business, but she's using some tools and leveraging a community to do that. So, hi, Feroz. You'll be able to relate to her in terms of I'm thinking you might have another screen open. I'm hearing like feedback. Do you hear that too?
Yeah, there's another.
Hi, Feroz.
Yeah, hi. There's a lot of echo on at the moment, unfortunately.
I'm thinking you might have another. Here, let me just see something real quick. Do you by chance have another window open, maybe?
Yeah, hi.
That has.
Maybe I've got lots. I can close those. That's not a problem.
Here, let me just see something real quick. Do you by chance have another window open, maybe? It's no big deal. It'll be fine either way, but
okay.
There we go. Okay. I heard myself like saying just shortly after I'd saying something, hearing it again. So I think we're good. Okay, so
yeah.
No worries. No worries. So Feroz, how did you get started, first of all, in network marketing? Like what was your introduction to it? Just maybe give a little bit of your background.
Okay. I'm actually a family physician by sort of trade, really. And I qualified as a family, I mean, I've been a doctor for a long time, nearly 20 years now, but I qualified as a family physician about 10 years ago, and had a little bit of an entrepreneurial streak in me anyway. And I came across a book by Tim Ferriss called The 4-Hour Work Week. And there I was actually introduced to the concept of automating your income. And I mean, you've probably already read Tim's book and how he suggests that you start something online. So I thought it was actually a fantastic idea. Start something online, put everything into it, and then eventually make it so that it's automated and you can actually do other things, raise family, travel, study, do charity work. I thought it's a brilliant idea, but how am I going to do it when I'm seeing patients? Because you can't really do the sort of patient thing over the internet. So I sort of put it on the back burner. But I actually went on. It's spurred me on to start my own company. And I've got another company, sort of a offline company, where we look after doctors that go into practices where maybe the doctors are off sick or they're on holiday, and we supply the doctors that go in, and we provide their medical education and admin stuff. But along the way, I met a friend who was actually just started a network marketing company, and she mentioned the products, and I actually liked the products that were from this particular company, and I said I'd buy them. She said, "Oh, Feroz, have you thought about starting a business?" I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm really, really busy." She said, "No, but everything's online. All you do is you educate the people, but everything else is online." And because I'd read Tim's book, the online part really went, actually, that might be the answer for me, because I'd wanted to start something which I could leverage my time with, because obviously as a physician, I'm exchanging my time for money. And although, my salary is good, it's actually quite tiring at times. And I've got 4 children and I wanted to spend more time with them. So I thought, well, actually, this might give me that muse, as Tim Ferriss says, to start something online. So that's how I got involved. And it's a network marketing company. I like the model. I like the fact that you can actually help other people and mentor them and build their own company while actually growing your own organization. So that's how I got into network marketing.
Awesome. I too am a big fan of the Tim Ferriss that book. That was I think for a lot of people that's kind of the introduction to the whole entrepreneurial world. At least I run across a lot of people that were really inspired by that book, and it sort of triggered their entrepreneurial journey. I also like how you alluded to, in terms of what appeals to you about network marketing, it being a process or a way for you to mentor people. And I think in terms of how that for me, like why I found MLSP in our system so valuable is that it really helps you in a lot of ways to position yourself as a mentor, right? As opposed to just being in this space where you have these products to sell, right? It's like a lot of people have things they're pitching or they're selling, but with MLSP, you're actually able to provide people education that can help them where they are to grow their business and develop a skill set.
Absolutely.
So in terms of like how you've used MLSP to grow your business, what have you found to be some of the most valuable aspects of it?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to go back a little bit because once I'd actually started the network marketing, I knew that I wanted to move it online. But unfortunately, I mean, network marketing, I mean, it's a fairly old profession, but it's still fairly new in the UK, and that's where I'm based. And everybody says, you know, follow what your sponsor does, do the things that your sponsor do. You know, duplication is the key. And although the system worked very well for them, for a lot of other people, I found that my time commitment meant that I couldn't do the evening parties and things, and I really wanted to move it online. So I struggled for a long while knowing how to do it. I actually developed my own list. I was able to collect email addresses and develop the list, but I wasn't really sure what to do with it. And so it was a godsend when I actually came across MLSP. It took me a little while to sort of understand the full sort of mechanics of it, and then when I joined in, I was really pleased because I've been able to actually learn how to leverage my list, how to generate more leads. So you're always continually having new people introduced into your warm market and really develop your warm market. And then the actual, I mean, although I knew how to use Facebook and I knew a little bit about Instagram, my actual learning about these sort of social media strategies has really grown exponentially since I've joined, because the training provided in the back office of MLSP, I mean, any media platform that you want to pursue, you can actually find out about. And sometimes it's like a child in a sweet shop. There's just so much. So I mean, you do have to be disciplined in yourself to say, well, actually, I'm going to focus on Facebook, Instagram, blogging, Twitter, and I mean, the new one now is Snapchat, which actually I think I'll probably move into, sort of getting into this video marketing business. But anything that you want is actually there. And what's more important is that there are people who've done it and who've succeeded in it, and that they're really willing to mentor you and really willing to share their expertise. So if you're stuck on a particular thing, be even just simple things like moving your blog onto the MLSP site, there's a lot of technical help available, and then just just knowing how to do it. So I think that community has been really beneficial for me.
Awesome. That's really helpful to hear. So have you focus primarily on Facebook and Instagram, is that right?
Yeah, I do, yes.
Why did you pick those two platforms, curiously?
Curiously, partly because I was familiar with Facebook. I spent a lot of time on Facebook. And when I was doing, I mean, as a doctor, I need to do a yearly appraisal, and I was writing up my CPD points, and the kids were just laughing. They said, Mum, all you should do is put Facebook. You could put 120 hours off easily. So I spent quite a lot of time on Facebook. Instagram, actually, I think it's because I'm quite a sort of a visual sort of person. I like the pictures. I mean, and I enjoy making posts. I enjoy doing that. So they're the two that I've focused on, because I've also the thing that I've done, I've used Facebook and Instagram to generate my leads, but the real thing that I'm focused.
Uh-oh. Hope I didn't lose you. Fairoz, are you there? Oh, I was really looking forward to what you were going to say there. Darn it. Fairoz? Shoot.
Hello?
Fairoz? Hey, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I don't know what's happened. The computer shut off for some reason.
Don't worry about it.
Oh dear.
You know what? This is what we do, right? Technology just happens, and there's sometimes I've done a lot of hangouts, and I've not been able to totally avoid technical issues. So It happens. I was excited to hear what you were talking about, though. You were talking about Facebook. Can you just continue? It's fine. I think they'll just piece these together.
Okay.
So
I mean, Facebook, I mean, basically because I was familiar with it, and Instagram's fairly well related to Facebook. I mean, it's the same sort of thing. You can post and you can actually share the post. So for me, one of the main things is actually making my time efficient. So it works very well using those two platforms. What I am going to be doing is probably moving. I mean, I have got a blog, but what I wanted to do was just concentrate on developing the leads that I actually acquired, because it's one thing, lead generation, but the other thing is actually monetizing your list really, and actually getting them involved in your projects or your promotions. So for the last sort of 6 weeks, 2 months, I've been focusing on that and actually really developing my list and developing a relationship. But again, I've found the mentorship for that within MLSP, so it's been really good.
that's great. I love your mention too about focus, because it's so easy when people go online. You know, to be told you need to be everywhere, right? You need to have a Pinterest account, a YouTube account, a Facebook account, an Instagram account. What I've found for me personally is if I try to do that, I dilute my energy too much to a degree that I'm not getting traction anywhere. I think that's great advice for people, is to focus on 1 or 2 platforms where you know your audience is, and get traction there, get leads, get a flow of leads coming in, so that you're not overwhelmed and you can really concentrate on the follow-up aspect of this, which is so important too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, I mean, for me, the follow-up's been, the ability to do the follow-up's been the real key, because I don't know if, I mean, I'm fairly good networker. I like talking to people. I tend to reach out, and even offline I can do that. So generating leads wasn't a huge problem for me, but where I really got stuck was what to do with those leads and how to sort of manage the multiple conversations. And another really good plus point of MLSP is that you've got a CRM, a customer relations manager. And one of the really, I mean, even though there's lots of those out there, one of the really good things is that it can integrate with your own email account. So for me, I tend to use Google, so I can actually generate an email, save templates, which is really good as well. You can save templates on the CRM in MLSP, and then send out emails through your own email account. So that's been really, really valuable.
Wow. Do you use an autoresponder then? Or are you just using their CRM?
No, I use an autoresponder. I do use, I have 2 things. So basically when the leads come in, they'll be registered on the CRM, and then I'll develop a relationship with them. And then if, depending on what their needs are, what my clients' needs are, I'll plug them into different lists. So I've got a health and wellness newsletter, and I've also got a marketing newsletter. So I put them into whichever suits them really.
Cool. So have you found the value too in, for some of my audience, I know they're not even really sure, they don't know even what a funnel is. So, and that's one thing, the one thing that's nice about MLSP is that everything you need in terms of setting up a website, a blog, capture pages, so you can actually start building your email list, it's all integrated into one place. Have you found that to be a big benefit?
It's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, I knew what a funnel was, sort of theoretically, but I didn't have a clue. I mean, say 4 months ago, I wouldn't have had a clue how to build it. And it is so easy. I did it within about an hour. It was absolutely sort of every step is sort of explained to you, and I was able to do it very quickly, and came up with some very professional looking landing pages which were customizable to me. So it's been really, really good actually. I mean, in fact, I'm going to be building a funnel later on this evening. I've set aside about half an hour to do it, so it's really good. Yeah.
So were you intimidated in the beginning by technology, and MLSP's kind of eased that sort of fear or hesitation about it?
I think MLSP has been really good. I mean, because what happened was I'd actually developed a blog just before I joined MLSP. MLSP actually, I think a week later, they opened sites, and I'd already bought a WordPress site. So I thought, but anyway, so I sort of plodded on with that. And actually that was really difficult because there were lots of new words that I really didn't understand, hadn't got a clue what they were referring to when they were talking about banners and different widgets and things. And I think one of the real benefits of MLSP, there's a glossary, and it explains everything, and there's little videos and arrows pointing to this and that, and it's really, really good, because otherwise, I mean, it's such a big vocabulary, and it's quite hard actually.
Oh, did I lose you again? Oh, no, there you are.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. Well, and that's such a great message for this audience. So for those of you that are watching, like, understand that there is sort of a curve when you get started at implementing your business online and creating and setting up the funnels and everything. There is a bit of a curve. What I found is awesome about MLSP is it's one place for you to go. You have access to just a remarkable community. Like, if I've ever run into an issue in terms of like a technical issue or anything, we can go into a Facebook group, post in there, and it's literally the most engaged community I think I've ever seen. It's a great community. Have you found it to be just a wonderful community too that you've leveraged?
It's a really helpful community. I mean, I can't believe how giving people are actually. I'm just gonna swap over to the desktop because the battery's gonna run out on my phone. So hold on. Have you got me there?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. So I'll switch off my phone. The community in MLSP is just amazing. And what's really, really good, I mean, what really excited me was that you'd see all these top names, you'd seen them on as Facebook ads, Ray Higdon, Aaron Parker, April Marie Tucker. And these people are actually interacting with you. And that's just amazing. And then the actual networking inside of the MLSP is just amazing. And the people are so giving. And they're really happy to share, their expertise and their knowledge with you.
6- and 7-figure earners. That's Fairoz is talking about. We will post in this group, and you'll have a 6- or 7-figure earner responding within minutes. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I tried to switch over, oh, there you are now. For some reason, the screen was black before. Now it's back. I love all these technical hurdles. They just make everything more fun.
How do I turn it off now?
Sorry.
There you go.
There we go. Hopefully it won't turn off now.
Well, the one other thing I wanted to ask you. So, for those people that are maybe trying to market on Facebook and Instagram but just aren't getting any traction, like, do you have sort of a daily method of operation or any specific things you do that have helped you really start to build an audience and get more engagement on those platforms?
The biggest thing is actually to reach out and connect with people every single day. I mean, what MLSP suggests is that you connect with 10 new people every day. So what that means is liking their posts, commenting on their posts, and sort of just generally being friendly and adding value to the community. And when you add value to the community, then the community will give back. So just by helping people out, if they've got questions, and you've got the answers to them, just reach out. And I think that's the biggest thing. There are things called system campaigns which MLSP provides. So they're free trainings that MLSP provide, which you can actually send out and put on groups. So I mean, with sort of any sort of business, what you want to do first of all is promote. And you don't necessarily have to promote yourself. You can promote other content, and you can be that sort of signposter. So at a very basic level, what you can do is, say, promoting other network marketing groups. And MLSP provides system campaigns that you can promote. And when people click on that link, they will be added. They'll be asked for their email address and name, and they can be added to your email list or your CRM. And then you can actually interact with them. And you've got a point of discussion because they've picked up, say, some training on Instagram, and you can actually engage in a conversation with them and find out where they're struggling or what their needs are. And then you can actually direct them and help them. So I think the system campaign has been really, really useful.
Yeah, me too. And for those of you out there, you know, in terms of what Fairoz is describing here, because this has been very beneficial for me too, is by having access to these system campaigns, what you really have access to is done for you funnels to education. So what this has allowed me to do very easily is position myself as an expert in front of other people who are in network marketing. I'm attracting other business-minded people because I can offer them training, I can offer them education, and in doing so, I'm able to brand myself, position myself as an expert, and build my own email list, right? So it's just such a useful, those system campaigns are so valuable as a way to really increase your own authority and positioning in front of your prospects. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And I think,
well, go ahead.
So just one thing as well, because I mean, MLFP is actually just focused around attraction marketing. And I don't know, I mean, I suspect your audience is actually familiar with the actual process of doing that, but the actual concept is that you're attracting like-minded people. So you're looking for people that are looking for you. So even in a crowded marketplace, I mean, this is one worry that a lot of people have when they're joining a network marketing company. They say, well, actually, John down the road or Joanne down the road is already joined the company, isn't the market going to be saturated? And I think what MLSP teaches you very, very firmly is the fact that people are looking for different things, and you, as you've said, brand yourself so that people that are looking for you are going to find you, because it doesn't matter how saturated the market is, that there are people that are looking for certain characteristics, and because you're branding yourself, so you can actually emphasize those characteristics, and you stand like a lighthouse in the sort of the fog of marketing. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned from MLSP.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's such a great lesson. Yeah, this platform, in terms of how it can help you brand yourself, will also help you really stand out from the crowd and position yourself as a leader. And it's so powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Fairoz, I really appreciate you taking this time with me today. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for,
and I would love to have you on again. I think one thing we figured out as we've done this is how to overcome some of these technical hurdles. But I've really enjoyed hanging out with you. So.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you. So I look forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely. And for those of you watching this, you can be a part of this wonderful community that Fairoz and I are a part of. If you're coming through my blog, there'll actually be a button below that you can click to learn more about this wonderful platform and how you can be part of, starting to leverage these tools and be part of this community to grow your own business. So I look forward to maybe seeing you come on board. Have a great day.
Bye.